Please tell us your name.
Sir, my name is Haramohan Ratha.
And your roll number for this exam?
Sir, it's 301954.
Please give us a formal introduction.
Sir, I belong to Angul district of Odisha. I am currently pursuing my PhD from Indira Gandhi Krishi Vishwavidyalaya, and my thesis work is going on at ICAR NRRI Cuttack on rain-fed agriculture and phosphorus management. So my hobby is gardening, and sir, I am interested in the recent developments in agriculture as well as in the defense. Sir, that is.
You are from which district?
Sir, Angul district.
Angul district.
Yes,
which
sir.
Place?
Sir, Bantala. Yes, sir.
Please make it down somewhat. Mask.
Yes, sir.
Because
Yes,
air is going out, we are not able to hear.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
So in your hobby you have written it is gardening.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Since you are appearing for the forest service, gardening is closely associated to it. So you have got enough land by the side of your house for the gardening?
No, sir. A small land that there I have. They are gardening both kitchen garden and some flowers I have planted.
Suppose you will be given the responsibility
Yes,
for planning a good garden
sir.
on 2000 square foot of land, square feet of land. So how will you plan it? Kindly tell. I am a Mr. I have got 2000 square feet land, patent land. So you are an expert
Right.
in gardening. So I am taking your consultation. That's what I should do. What I should do and how to develop the garden, and whatever plants I want to, I will just put there.
So, is there any specification for species? Particular species?
Definitely it will be there.
Yes, sir.
Messy.
Yes, sir. Sir.
That depends upon the soil also.
Yes, sir.
But in hilltop, you will not raise the plants, so the water will raise at fertile land.
Yes, sir.
That you will also.
Yes, sir.
Take into account.
So, if I will take even flower plant, a flower garden, if I have to develop, then I will consider I will measure the area. Then planning will be done rightly from the center, where if you want to develop the lawn, which is known as the heart of garden, and simultaneously we have to take care of the shape of the land, where we have to develop the edge plant and the flower beds, be it in the shape of round or other geometrical shapes, we have to identify. And if any space remains, that we can take some topiary plants. Topiary plants we can use.
That is the planning. Planning means systematic planning you tell.
Yes, sir.
Hedge plant is there.
Yes, sir.
Provider will get water fast.
Yes, sir.
Tell me water.
Yes, sir. The provisions of water and other inputs that to be definitely counted during planning. Like if you take to the sprinkler irrigation or on a drip irrigation, that we will take into consideration. And the fertilization part, if it to be in fertigation, that is with fertilizer and irrigation, or in other like sprayers, we can take. And others planning like it will be rotational maturity should be there, so that harvesting can be done in perpetuity, so the economic value can be attained.
What is your impression on Taliban?
Sorry, sir, I couldn't hear you.
What is your impression on Taliban?
Taliban. Sir, Taliban is a religious fundamentalist and extremist. So I think they are violators of human rights. Yes, sir. That is what I think of them.
There is an apex authority in India
Yes, sir.
about the human rights.
Right, sir.
What is that?
National Human Rights Commission.
National Human Rights Commission.
Yes, sir.
Apex is national, na?
Yes, sir.
In state also there are Human Rights Commission.
Yes, sir.
What is the rule of Taliban they are following? What is that Taliban rules? What is that called?
Sharia law they want to implement. Yes.
In Muslim, there are broadly two communities are there.
Yes, sir.
What are those?
So there are Shia communities and Sunni communities.
Okay. And there is a Digambar and Satambar, some group groups are there? In which religion it is related?
It is in Jain community. Yes. Yes.
So how do you are a scholar in forestry. So will you please enlighten me that how Lord Jagannath culture is connected to the forest?
Right, sir. Sir, Lord Jagannath is a combination of Brahmanical culture, Tantric culture as well as the tribal culture. So the Jagannath, after the death of the incarnation of Lord Krishna, he was found in the form of Daru, which was previously, it was first he was worshipped by a tribal, tribal king. So that day he got the form of the Daru, I should say, and after that the Daru floated away to Puri, and here they started the Jagannath culture.
Where from the wood collected for the construction of the chariots every year?
Sir, previously it has been collected from the Daspala, the Garjat, and now the government has created the Jagannath Ban Prakalpa, from which we are getting the woods for the chariots.
You will get, it has not been collected yet because small plants are there, 10, 12 years old or 15 years old plants.
Right, sir.
It has been there, Jagannath Ban Prakalpa project is there.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
I will go to forest.
Yes, sir.
What are the different ecological factors that influence the vegetation of a place?
So, ecological factors, both climatic and soil factors, and in climatic factor the precipitation, the temperature as well as some humidity play major roles, and soil, it depends upon the soil pH, that is the soil reaction, as well as soil salinity, and also the water holding capacity of soil are the major factors.
Why silvicultural system is required?
Sir, so system is somewhat, there is a relation, there is a coordinated motion among the various enterprises, or we can say the parts of a system. So instead of if we take system, instead of taking single tree, the input efficiency are higher. A common input can be used for a large scale where the labor can be saved, other inputs can be better utilized, and if we consider it as a ecology, then the other resources, natural resources like soil, and that can be also preserved.
Purpose, system.
Yes,
we adopt one system.
Right.
What is the purpose? Aim. What is the end result?
Sir,
in a system, we will following some system. What are the 2 or 3 systems you get in forestry?
sir, it's clear felling system.
Clear felling. Why you utilize it? What is the end product?
Yes, sir.
But tell me.
Sir, there
clear
are,
felling system, what you will do, and you will get these products. But
sir, in clear felling system, the harvesting time of these trees in a group are same, where we get a huge volume that is needed for the industry purpose.
and that production of trees.
Yes, sir.
System is for production of trees,
Right.
felling of trees in different manner.
Sir.
Different systems for different, somewhere you have to keep some reserves, sometimes you have to keep some areas and reserve some areas, and somewhere fail total and plant them like this.
Right, sir.
Systems. What is working plan?
Sir, working plan is somewhat the as forestry is a long-term enterprises, we plan before, far before, so that the enterprises, what can be done, the course of practice should be followed for the next 10 to 15 years. That has to be planned advance.
It is a plan of action.
Yes, sir.
You have that gardening plan of action.
Yes,
It's a
sir.
plan of action for 10 years, not to 15 years, it was 20 years prior. But now it is 10 years.
Right.
What is the operation of a working plan? Each working plan, in which area it will be operated? In a range or in a beat or in a circle, where it will be operated? It will be operating.
Sir, I think it's a circle.
In a division. Each division has a working plan.
Thank you, sir.
For 10 years.
Yes, sir.
To be approved by the government of India. Government of India approves that thing.
Right.
And where that number of trees are there in the forest, number of total area of the forest, type of the forest, silvicultural system for some area, this area, this is clear that artificial regeneration where to do, that will be given, and it's a complete map of the forest.
Right.
Forest area, total it will be written. Or wildlife of that area, different wildlife improvement we have to do for wildlife, benefits of wildlife. What is the improvement you will do for benefits of wildlife in a forest?
Sir, yes, sir.
For improvement of wildlife.
Yes, sir.
What will do?
Sir, for the wildlife, their basic needs are the food and water. So there should be provision of some trees which bear good fruit throughout the year, that is edible by these plants. And water we have to take, if we have a natural course of water steps. Yes, sir.
Naturally, but artificially you will tell.
Yes, sir. Artificial we can take the help of ridges with polythene lining.
Polythene lining?
Yes, sir.
No, water harvesting structure.
Water harvesting
ponds,
structure. Yes, sir.
Game tanks.
Right.
Game means animals are called game.
Yes, sir.
GAME.
Sir.
Game tanks, so that they will be restricted to the forest only. Raising of a bamboo forest for elephants. Right?
Right.
And other things, artificial means inoculation. Every year injection will be given because the other cattle will be entering into the forest. The cattle diseases will be spread in the forest area.
Yes, sir.
ଆମର ଯୋଉ ଫାଟୁଆ ରୋଗ ଇଏ ରୋଗ ଯୋଉ ଜିନିଷ ଗୁଡ଼ା ପାଣି ଫେର ସେ ପିଇଲେ ଜଙ୍ଗଲରେ ହେଇଯିବ ହାତୀ ଫାଟୁଆ ମରି ଲାଗିଯିବେ ତେଣୁ ଗୁଡ଼ାକୁ ଇଞ୍ଜେକ୍ସନ ଦିଆଯିବ ଆମର କାଟିଲ ଗୁଡ଼ାକୁ ସବୁ ଡିଜିଜ୍ ଗୁଡ଼ାକ ସ୍ପ୍ରେଡ୍ ହେବନି ଏଗୁଡ଼ା ସବୁ ବିଭିନ୍ନ ମେଜର୍ସ ଗୁଡ଼ା ସେଇ ୱାର୍କିଂ ପ୍ଲାନ୍ରେ ଲେଖିଯିବ ସେସବୁ ଇଟ୍ ଇଜ୍ ଇମ୍ପୋର୍ଟାଣ୍ଟ ଇଟ୍ ଇଜ୍ ବାଇବଲ ଇଟ୍ ଇଜ୍ କଲ୍ଡ ଦି ବାଇବଲ ଅଫ୍ ଫରେଷ୍ଟ ସବୁ ଜିନିଷ ଲେଖା ହେଇଥାଏ ହେଲା what is agroforestry?
Sir, agroforestry is a land use system where we use agricultural crops along with the forest crops for the unit more production per unit area.
What is farm forestry?
So farm forestry is a form of extension forestry where we plant forest plants on the bonds of the or in the wasteland that is under the farm, so as the farmer's income can be augmented.
Yes. What is JFM?
So JFM is joint forest management where with the help of forest officials and the local villagers we take coordinated action for the protection of the forest, and in exchange to that they are given some benefits like being allowed to grazing and sell the minor forest producers.
And about timber?
Yes, sir, they are allowed to collect the billets. Billets, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I wrote billets, this small timbers, but final big trees.
Yes, sir, they are given.
They get.
Yes, sir, for construction purpose and agricultural implements they get some.
Implements or they will get.
Yes, sir.
At the time of harvest, they will get 50% of the share. 50% government, 50% is what is watershed?
So watershed is a concept where the water collected in a catchment and it is diverted towards the area of need, that is called
unit called. What is the unit of watershed? The area.
Yes, sir.
That is the area from where the water is drained out.
Yes, sir.
Drained down.
Yes, sir.
It is a watershed.
Yes, sir.
How will you control, manage the watershed?
Sir, we have to check the catchment from the catchment area. So some points like we have to check if the catchment area is providing sufficient water. If not, then we have to work on induce the runoff inducement, and that can be done by applying.
What is that method called?
So it is
How
called.
we increase the water holding capacity of the soil from the catchment area?
Sir, in catchment area, we need to reduce the water holding capacity by asphalt. Yes, sir. By application of asphalt and yes,
soil conservation measures to bond karo.
right, sir.
Bond collection and पानी जोड़ी के पंप तो पड़ेगा.
Yes, sir.
Catchment treatment plan है.
Yes, sir.
Bond करी के soil conservation measures को बहुत प्रकार अच्छी सारी पांच प्रकार. In general, soil conservation measures करियो पड़ेगा. ताकि जोड़ी को पानी. एक रूल ऊपर पचारी. फॉरेस्ट गोटे ऑफेंस होची कौन कौन तार रूल्स अछि एक्ट रूल्स कौन अछि सो फॉरेस्ट ऑफेंस बंद करिया खाली बोले टेल मी द नेम्स ऑफ द एक्ट फॉरेस्ट ऑफेंस बंद हो
Sir, I am not aware of it.
उड़ीसा फॉरेस्ट एक्ट
Yes.
वाइल्ड लाइफ प्रोटेक्शन एक्ट फॉरेस्ट कंजर्वेशन एक्ट डू यू नो फॉरेस्ट कंजर्वेशन एक्ट
Yes, sir.
व्हाट दैट
So, Forest Conservation Act formulated in 1980s to it is mainly aimed at checking the diversion of forest land from non-forest use and to increase the green cover. That is what. Right.
परमिशन given
By central
on the
government.
central government on the condition of what type of plantations
Sorry, sir, I don't know.
जेतिकी फॉरेस्ट नेला सेतिकी प्लांटेशंस କରିବାକୁ ପଡ଼ିବ ଯଦି परमिशन ହେଲା ପରେ ଏତ परमिशन ଅବକାଶ ସେକ୍ଟର ରେ ଲାଗୁଛି ଜିମତରେ ଦବାକୁ ପଡ଼ିବ ବିଭିନ୍ନ कंडीशंस ଦବାକୁ ପଡ଼ିବ that is compensatory afforestation
Right.
remember वही देखिए
Right.
कंपेंस जेतिकी नेला सेतिकी दବ सीता प्लांटेशन कॉस्ट दବ
Sir.
फॉरेस्ट डिपार्टमेंट लगियो फॉरेस्ट है लॉस हो निकले कि जीव जंगल थी है
Sir.
about to agriculture what is difference between the rabi crops and kharif crops you are in rabi or kharif
Sir,
you
now?
are doing something research in rabi
Sir, in both seasons.
in both
Yes, sir.
kharif kon rabi kon
Sir, Kharif is started in the months of June and July. That is during the monsoon or rainy season. And Rabi is in the dry season. That is starts in November, December.
acha what is difference between manures and fertilizers
Sir, manures are organic amendments, while fertilizers are chemical amendments.
do you know one type of forest found in Bhitarkanika area national park area what is that name of the forest
Mangrove forest.
mangrove forest
Yes.
outside India, outside state, do you have any idea about the mangrove, very big mangrove forest?
Yes, sir. Sir, the largest is in the Sundarban, the West Bengal, and also mangroves are found in Gujarat coast as well as Tamil Nadu coast, the Park Strait.
In Odisha also there are mangrove forests in other districts also.
Yes, sir.
Where?
So in Puri district, the I say Puri district. Yes, sir.
Baleswar. Mostly when there is a confluence of the river, river टा जो मिसुची, समुद्र संगे ही पाखे जो है चिपड़ा बहुत जगह. दोनों में tranquilizer.
Yes, sir. So tranquilizer is a chemical substance that is used to catch the animal and for uses for other uses.
What is the regime? Tranquilizer खरीदने में क्या चाहिए?
So like
purpose treatment.
Yes, sir.
Mostly for treatment. Treatment है वही की नॉबो करके तो treatment करिया अब जो भी man eaters है जाए
yes, sir.
जो अटैक करुचे एलिफेंट्स का कारण बहुत लोगों को मारी मारा जा रही है कि ट्रैंकुलाइजर को जो उन्हें कुछ जगह तो नहीं है ऐसे बोलने पर और हमारी भी कैसी गो ये मैंने तो जानता पता नहीं होगी ट्रैंकुलाइजर है ना हाँ सर हार्मोन
Yes.
आज अपन खबर कागज पढ़ते थे
Yes, no,
आज
sir.
खबर कागज पढ़ते थे
नहीं सर आज पढ़
अच्छा तो अपन केबे इंटरव्यू अछि
सर 6 तारीख रे
हैं
6 तारीख रे
9 तारीख रे
6 तारीख रे सर.
अच्छा तारीख तो खबर कागज सब दिन पढ़ो इंपोर्टेंट जो चालीगा डेवलपमेंट और हमर जो डेवलपमेंट एटी जो para Olympics जोड़ा
आଜ୍ଞା sir. आଜ୍ଞା.
तापर जो प्राइस इशू जो फार्मर्स एजुकेशन चलची
आଜ୍ଞା.
ब्रॉड डेवलपमेंट जोड़ा आपण रखिबे आ जो दिन इंटरव्यू देबे ता आग दिन से टेलीविजन न्यूज़ टा को लगा देखिबे
आଜ୍ଞା.
अब सारा जहाँ कहले तो आपण योर आंसरिंग वेरी नाइसली यू हैव गॉट गुड डेप्थ ऑफ सब्जेक्ट your style of replying is very good. तो गेस्टर पोस्टरिंग लक्ष्य कर सब भल किछ सुविधा नहीं आ टी कॉन्फिडेंस भी बढ़ेबे
Yes, sir.
फर्स्ट
So panel interview?
नहीं OPSC बेटा first में
Yes, sir.
आधा को दिन में क्यों
Nice.
I'll be qualified with PhD thesis submitted.
So result viva has been done.
मैंने public defense और ये पहले award हो.
Yes.
Why are you interested for forest service? From agriculture, why you are interested?
So I think agriculture is related to forestry.
That is agriculture is related to administration also.
Yes, sir.
So the agriculture officer or IAS officer is agriculture को नहीं, राजस्थान का लिखो पे जावे.
Yes, sir.
काहे के special और attachment.
So I always have a wish to join the public service, and my knowledge of agriculture and ecology I think will help me to give my best in this service. And sir, also the service condition and job security that the service provides. Yes.
Environmental loss होची, forest deterioration हे होची, वो अनेक मार्ग system करीबी, ये करीबी, नुआ के gardening में नुआ के seedling लगेबी, बड़े बड़े नर्सरी तैयारी करीबी, बड़े बड़े गछ लगेबी, genetically superior species है, बड़े भाभी के नसीब होगी, अब बोलो service condition में बड़ा तो बोलो service क्या होगी, पाई नहीं करने को.
Yes.
Substantial positive अपन answer that.
Yes, sir.
And it should be something different from others.
Yes, sir.
Normally तो you answer that पर तो समझते हैं किंतु टिके intelligently टिके भाभी की देले and a very positive way अपन जितनी कोई है जो मूवी है कोई भी जो follow जो implementation जो policy अच्छी plan programs तक भी कोई भी ताले से देखिए तो enterprising attitude of the candidate is there.
Right.
So that is the concern.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.